Okay. Spring ball jumps. So, we're gonna go through some of the more particular minutia of this. So one thing that's important to know is if you're doing a spring ball jump, you cannot do the spring ball input after you start falling. I just press the jump button, nothing happens. You have to already be moving upward. The second Samus starts falling, she has lost her opportunity to spring ball jump. So she has to be moving upward. The other thing is, she has to be completely morphed. Like there. That wouldn't have worked. Okay, so let me try to demonstrate this. That probably would work. Okay. So if you watch Samus very carefully as the pause is fading out. Okay, she started her morph animation, but she didn't finish it. So now if I do this, spring ball jump doesn't work. This is probably what took me the longest to like sort out and get used to. Because like, intuitively I'm like, oh, I want to pause as early as possible because the fade out takes a long time. So I want to pause early as possible so I have more time to like do the spring ball jump. But if you pause too early, like if I do this, like this isn't gonna work. Oh well, it wouldn't work anyway because I had spring ball on already. Like if I do this, this isn't gonna work because I morphed too late. So you need to make sure, this is probably about the earliest you can do it. Maybe a little bit earlier. But you need to make sure that Samus is able to finish her morph animation before the screen completely fades to black. So now I saw the full morph transition. So now if I unpause, I can spring ball jump. So yeah, that's the basic mechanics of spring ball jumping. I have my own way of doing, my own timing for doing things. You'll probably have your own. Whatever works, as long as you can get the jumps at the height you need them. I like to do this. Like, I like to pause extra early so that I have more time to react when Samus reaches the peak of her jump, because when you do that, you can jump a little bit higher. So actually, so for climbing Main Street specifically, you only need, I think, 3 spring ball jumps. So we'll show off the route to get up there. Do this, spring ball jump there, and then with high jump, you go here, here, oh, you go here, then here. Oh, okay, you can make that jump. I was just afraid of the fish. Die. Back and forth across here. I like to back up to this ledge because this jump is kind of tight. Let me kill this crab because he's annoying. Kill the fish because he's also annoying. Turn spring ball back off, and now we spring ball jump. Oh. This, by the way, does require high jump. These spring ball jumps without high jump wouldn't get you high enough. This one here, I like to be a little cheeky with this one because it's actually just easy to freeze the crab. So now I froze the crab. Normally you would spring ball jump this, but I find the crab freeze to be easier and faster. So if I have ice, I just do that. And then the rest of these jumps you could just make. I believe, was it this one? Yeah, this one here, you do need a crouch jump, probably. So I just did a crouch jump. The other option is to back up to here. And then I think you'll make it this way. Yeah, because this left little tile is a little bit higher. So whatever's more comfortable. I like the crouch jump, but you can just jump from here and it also works. Do this, crouch jump down grab, either one works. Whatever you like better. And just jump our way up. It's slow, but it's not too bad once you get the hang of the spring ball jumps. And then if you didn't like that Main Street climb, there is a save up there you can go for if you don't want to deal with that again. All right, Mama Turtle. This room can give a lot of trouble because Mama Turtle without suits does about 200 damage. With Suit, she'll do 100, so we'll survive a bit longer here, but you still can't take too many hits from Mama Turtle. So I dropped a save state so we can demonstrate. She gets angry when you shoot her babies, and we want to use this, but we got to be careful because again, she does a lot of damage. What we're trying to do is to get on top of her so that when she chases us, she goes straight up, and we'll get out of the water and we can do stuff from there. But you don't want to do this. Okay, well, she just did it for me. You don't want to do this. You can stand on top and shoot the baby. Shoot the baby, but you get hit instantly because her activation animation is weird, and kind of like the platforms in West Ocean. You just kind of clip inside Mama Turtle, and so you just instantly take a hit. So to prevent that, what we do is we shoot from over here and then jump on top. Because once she's finished that wake up animation, it's safe to stand on top of her. And now, because we're standing on top of her, she's just gonna keep going up and down because she's trying to hit us, but we're standing on top of her, so she can't. So now, what do? Normally, you would think to bomb jump, or use space jump, or use grapple beam. We don't have any of those items, but there's a fourth option that, for some reason, doesn't come up very often in Hard Tricky, but you can do spring ball jumps outside of water, and this one happens to be high enough that you just make it up. Boom, like that. Again, this one to me is more for like the mentor types who play a lot of Hard Tricky but don't know what's in medium logic, because this is just something you might not ever think about because it doesn't come up much in hard, because normally you have bombs or something else, because the like bomb jumping, for instance, is considered a harder trick than spring ball jumping this. So I think a lot of times the logic in Hard Tricky races prioritizes the bomb jump over this, so this just kind of never comes up. But it's important to know you can do this so that when it does come up, you can actually get this item. Okay, so here's one. I'm gonna turn off wave. I'm gonna turn off all my beams because this makes it pretty trivial. Oops. Well, okay, so we'll show off this first. So there's a thing called Space Jump Water Bounce, which is in medium. This guy right here. This is medium tech. Again, it's one of those you wouldn't normally think about, but it's there. So we can use this to get out of the water because we're up on this ledge. We can jump to the surface of the water, but we can't like get out normally. Like we can't jump past it, but there's a weird quality of space jump. Once you're at the surface of the water, you can, oh boy. Okay, well, this is a problem. Once you're at the surface of the water, you can kind of just repeatedly, I'm gonna drop a save state in case that happens again. You can kind of just repeatedly space jump to get out at the surface. Like it gives you just enough height to get out of the water. But let's say you don't have space jump and you want to get that item, but you don't want to fall in the water. So the trick is you want to like very slowly inch forward and then shoot down. That's the shot you want, where you shoot down. Okay, well, cool. Well, I had it. Yeah, so you excuse me. So you shoot down and the shot like halfway passes through the wall. Like it's touching the wall but still manages to go past the ledge. That's the shot you want. And if you can hear it apart from Mama Turtle bouncing against the wall, you can also hear the block breaking. So what we do is we do that, and then we spin jump. And just like before when we were talking about getting out of the sand pit, I like to spin jump toward the wall. You tap right, and as long as, or you hold right rather, and as long as you press jump before the turnaround animation finishes, you will get a spin jump. We do this, spin jump, go down, and because we're still spinning, we can wall jump back up, and we're safe from Mama Turtle. Cool. So we've covered how to get to the top with spring ball. We've covered how to get the item without falling in the water. We've covered how to get out of the water with space jump. But what if you fall in the water and you don't have space jump? And you can't get out. Like you can't do this. What if you're down here and you got nothing? So we still need to get around Mama Turtle. I'm gonna be real with you, this is just difficult. This is difficult, and you take a lot of damage if you mess up. But you need to practice this so that when it comes up, you can save yourself a lot of pain. So we're down here on this bottom ledge. We can see Mama Turtle going back and forth. So what we want to do is we want to watch her cycle and predict when she's going to come back to the right so we can jump over as she's coming toward us. So I'm guessing right about now. Now we jump again, and we're out. If you don't have high jump, that's going to be a lot worse. If you want to play it really slow and safe, you can roll under Mama Turtle and she won't hit you. The trouble then is just getting past the babies. So they will actually just walk away from me. So like if you want to play it really slow, you can do this. But the faster way is to wait till she's passed, jump over, and then morph again. See, that was really close. So like it's still sketchy. But yeah, like knowing your options for maneuvering around Mama Turtle is pretty huge in these scenarios. I'm gonna try this, jump over. Yeah, that worked better. And then if you don't have high jump, you're gonna have to do another crouch jump down grab to get up here. So let's show that off just to help people be aware of it. So I'm not gonna like, a lot of times it's easy to just habitually stand up and then crouch and then jump. In this scenario, I want to be fast. I'm just gonna stand up and then jump immediately out of the crouch. Do this, stand up, jump, down grab, and I'm up. But again, this is a very scary situation. Mama Turtle does a lot of damage, and it's worth being aware of all of your options so you can use them to get out as safely as possible.